Hey everybody, it's your boy, Alexi, and today we're gonna be discussing all the problems that Prime is dealing with lately. Alright, so let's take a look at this article right here, and we can see what it says. Logan Paul's Prime slapped with $68 million lawsuit. And keep in mind, this article was written by Ringside News. Now I'm gonna read through the article. So right here it says, according to Bloomberg, Refresco, which supplies Prime energy drink, is suing Prime for at least $67.7 million. Refresco claims that Prime broke a contract from 2023. This contract required Prime to order at least 18.5 million cases of the drink each year for 3 years, totaling 55.5 million cases. Refresco set up a special production line just for Prime, which involved a lot of upfront costs and setup time. And then here it says, the complaint also notes that while the contract was based on high demand for Prime, sales dropped well below expectations by 2024. Refresco says this drop was due to seasonal changes, fading social media hype, and other legal issues. Prime also missed a required test run for new machinery in March and didn't place any orders by April, leading to the contract being terminated. As a result, no Prime drinks were produced on the line. Alright, so this is a major problem for Prime and Logan Paul and KSI. And, it's absolutely insane that these guys are dealing with this huge lawsuit, which is, $68 million. And man, they better win this, this is insane. So basically, as you just saw, the situation was that they had this agreement that they were gonna order a certain amount of Prime bottles from the manufacturer, and that was, part of the contract. And they didn't do that. They didn't meet the required amount. And because of that, then, the manufacturer is like, look, listen, we had an agreement. You can't just back away from that just because, there isn't as much demand for Prime, which is the main issue here. Prime was initially, really hyped up. People were really interested, especially young people and the younger audience. And, people were really buying Prime just because, it was associated with these massive influencers, Logan Paul and KSI. But then, once people tried it and that, hype died down, and now it's just about, how good or bad the actual product is. Now the sales have, dropped, but the agreement is still there. And so it's like, okay, you can't breach that agreement. You are dealing with companies here through these, legal agreements, these, contracts. You can't just be like, oh, we changed our mind. Well, you signed, you can't just back away from that. And so now they're being hit with this insane lawsuit. And, who knows if they're actually going to be able to, deal with this. Now, I'm just going to pause for a bit and say that I'm giving out shoutouts to people who subscribe, hit the bell, and comment, I subscribed. And then, in the next video, I'll give you a shoutout. And as for the last video, I'm going to be giving shoutouts to these people. The Real DJ times 2. Next shoutout to Hi11291. And then the last shout out to MZone7. Thank you all for commenting and subscribing. I really appreciate it. Now, back to the video. Now, if you thought Prime's situation was bad enough already, check this out. So here's an article from BBC which says, Prime sued in trademark case by US Olympic Committee. So it's not just one lawsuit, here's another one. So now they're dealing with these two major lawsuits from these major, organizations at the same time. So you can see here it says the US Olympic and Paralympic Committee is suing Logan Paul and KSI's Prime Energy Drinks brand, accusing it of trademark infringement. It claims that Prime is using trademarked Olympic phrases and symbols on a special edition of its hydration drink featuring baseball star and 3-time Olympic gold medalist Kevin Durant. The committee said it does not have an agreement with Prime for the use of its terminology and trademarks, and said its actions had been deliberate and in bad faith. The BBC has contacted Prime for comment. Okay, so since Kevin Durant is the American athlete, who's in the Olympics, the Olympics committee is like, hey, look, you're doing this collaboration with him, and you've created these special edition energy drinks with his name on it as a part of the collaboration, but in that process you've ended up using trademarked Olympic phrases and symbols, and the Olympics never gave them that permission, so now they're being sued because of it. So yeah, that's the second lawsuit. And now for the last story that I'm gonna discuss today, we have a story coming out of Canada. So you can see right here in the BBC article, Canada to recall Prime Energy over caffeine levels. And now let's take a look at what it says. In Canada, drinks cannot have more than 180 milligrams of caffeine per serving. Some Prime Energy products have 200 milligrams. Prime Energy contains a comparable amount of caffeine to other top-selling energy drinks, all falling within the legal limit of the countries it's sold in, the company said in a statement to the BBC. It also said the packaging states it is not made for anyone under the age of 18. Alright, now of course they're denying it because are they just gonna admit it? Obviously not. But yeah, this has been this thing that people have known for a while now. A lot of lawmakers have been, questioning the amount of caffeine in Prime. And, especially given the fact that the audience of Logan Paul and KSI are on the younger side. So a lot of young people are going to be drinking this. And Canada is just not having it. So, that's a lot of controversy for the Prime drink. And, I just thought that it was something that I should talk about, something I should share with you guys. And just let me know what you think about this down in the comments below, and we can have a discussion down there. And with all that being said, guys, this is Alexi signing out.